You've had the same fight 17 times. You both know how it ends, and yet here you are again. What if the problem isn't your marriage? What if it's just that you haven't found the right words yet? Most marriage advice tells you to listen more. Nobody teaches you how to say it better. Today I'm fixing that with these 3 simple AI prompts. By midlife, we have decades of feelings stored up, old patterns, old wounds, and sometimes we love someone deeply, but we just cannot find the right words to reach them. Today I'm going to give you 3 AI prompts to use before a hard conversation. Not to replace the conversation, but to walk into it with clarity instead of chaos. These prompts take about 5 minutes, and they have completely changed how I communicate. No tech skills required, I promise. Prompt 1. What am I actually feeling? Here's something I had to learn the hard way. Half the time, what I'm upset about on the surface is not what I'm actually upset about underneath. You might be snapping at your spouse about dirty dishes, but could it be that what you really are feeling is like you're invisible, unappreciated, tired in a way that you just can't explain? This prompt helps you figure out the underlying issue. I've been feeling frustrated. Help me dig deeper. What might I actually be needing or craving that I haven't been able to articulate? Once you put that prompt in, read what comes back. Sit with it. Because often the AI will surface something you've been carrying around for months that you didn't even have a name for. Consider what you can do yourself to resolve your feelings. Oftentimes, an issue from our past, something that predates our relationship, comes into play. We want to address those first so we don't attribute those feelings to our spouse. Once you do that, you can separate the past from the present and figure out how to address your concerns with your spouse. After all, you cannot say what you mean until you know what you mean. Prompt 2. How do I say it without starting a war? Now you know what you're really feeling, but here's the next problem. We've all been in that moment where we say something completely reasonable and somehow it explodes into a full argument. Usually it's not what we say, it's how we say it. The words we choose either open a door or they slam one shut. This prompt helps you find the words that will open the door. Here's the prompt. I need to talk to my spouse about this specific issue. I'm feeling whatever emotion you're feeling at the time. And I need them to understand what I really need. And put in there what you feel like you really need. Help me say this in a way that's honest but clear and doesn't put them on the defensive. Keep it warm and direct. Now, what you get back is not a script to memorize. It's just a framework, a way of framing your feelings around I statements instead of you always statements. Let AI help you organize your thoughts. Then say it in your own voice. Prompt 3. How do I even start this conversation? This one might be my favorite because sometimes the hardest part isn't knowing what to say, it's knowing how to begin. The wrong opener can put your spouse in defensive mode before you've said anything. The right opener creates space for the conversation to happen and makes your spouse feel safe and maybe curious. Here's the prompt. I want to have an honest conversation with my spouse about something important, but I don't want it to feel like an attack or a complaint. Give me 3 gentle, warm ways I could start this conversation that invite them in rather than shut them down. You'll get 3 options. Maybe one feels exactly right. Maybe you mix 2 of them together. Either way, you walk into that conversation with an opener instead of a grenade. If none of them seems right, ask for 5 more. More importantly, once you have this opener, give your spouse time to prepare their own thoughts. Like a good business meeting, give them the agenda, but schedule the meeting sometime in the future. Soon, but not immediate. Give them a chance to understand their own thoughts about the issue. What I want you to take away from all this is not that AI is going to fix your marriage, but what it will do is help you show up to your marriage in the clearest, most grounded version of yourself. Prompt 1, find out what you're actually feeling. Prompt 2, find the words that open doors, not close them. And prompt 3, find the opener that invites the right kind of conversation. 5 minutes of reflection before a hard conversation will save you 2 hours of a hard argument. That math always works out. All 3 prompts are in the description below, ready for you to copy and paste before your next important conversation. If this has helped you, subscribe, because I share simple, peaceful AI tools for midlife women every week. And drop a comment below. I want to know which prompt you're going to try first. I read every single comment. You deserve to be heard. Let's make sure you're saying and your spouse is hearing exactly what you mean. See you next time.